Well, good morning on this Tuesday, May 20th, 2020. I want to ask you, and even asking myself, a very personal question. Do you ever get bone tired and are tempted to give in to worry and even discouragement? I think we all have at one point in time in our lives. I am a list-making type of a person. My wife leaves me lists, grocery list, or the honey-do list. Things that as the man in her life that loves her, I should be doing without a list. However, the list is, for me, a welcomed directive. As her husband, I say it's a very welcomed one. Helps me keep focused and just makes things run smooth. But I sometimes, in making my own lists, they just do not seem realistic. I write things down and then often go to my computer and make them more readable. And as I am reading them, and sometimes I even read them out loud to myself when I'm alone, just reading them out loud. Wow. My role seems to outpace my soul. You understand that? My role seems to sometimes outpace my soul. We all sometimes get mentally, physically, and emotionally exhausted. We're overwhelmed and nearing the point of being overcome by it all. I have been there and I've done that. When I find myself there, the God of all eternity, through getting me into the HSTZ zone that I mentioned yesterday in the message, the Holy Spirit time zone. God is so good. So good that He allows us to wear ourselves out doing good things, spiritual things, blessed things, wherein there is not one thing wrong with any of them. It is when through my busyness, I feel way down deep in my heart and soul a nudge from the Holy Spirit. It's like the third person of the Trinity is telling me to get alone, get in the time zone, the Holy Spirit time zone. In the book of Psalm, that's one place I go that helps me get into that time zone. Better than anything else that I can do, listen to, or read. In Psalm 62, verses 5 and 6, King James says, "My soul, wait thou only upon God, for my expectation is from Him. He only is my rock and my salvation. He is my defense. I shall not be moved." Those same two verses from Psalm 62 in the Amplified said, "For God alone my soul waits in silence and quietly submits to Him. For my hope is from Him. He only is my rock and my salvation, my fortress and my defense. I will not be shaken or discouraged." Several other translations and versions share verse 5, and this is just another way to help us grasp and get this focus. It says, "Rest in God alone, my soul, for my hope comes from Him." You see, when we read and study and even memorize God's holy word, and we make an effort to apply what we have read, memorized, studied, when we apply that to our daily lives, when you and I get into the Holy Spirit time zone, It happens when we communicate with Him in prayer. More than a quick shopping list of give me's and bless them's as a prayer, but a deep, concentrated time of pouring out our hearts to God. This is how we find rest for our souls, sacred rest that only God can provide. I have to get there often. If we ignore our souls at our own peril, if we try to medicate them with counterfeit means, we'll be the losers. But we can find true rest only in God and in God alone. Challenge you today. Get into the Holy Spirit time zone. Communicate and commune with the God that loves us so much. Have a great Tuesday. God bless you.